Hey guys and girls, what is going on? It is Zazzri today, and I'm bringing you a new episode of my Transfer Talk series. Basically, if you don't know what this is, I've done a few episodes, Manchester City, Chelsea and Manchester United. I basically talk through the previous season with the club and discuss who I think they should sign. Sometimes I do so with Chelsea and Man United. I did sort of linked with Manchester City and Liverpool. I'm going to do ones that they're less linked with. So this one, it's not going to be, because I'm not a Liverpool fan, and I find it's really hard to get reliable sources before the transfer window opens about, oh yeah, they're going to sign this player, because it's like, are they? Chelsea were going to sign Falcao and that never happened. So I go through players who I think are kind of realistic to an extent, price range, players that they could sign, might sign, and obviously players that I think they should. So firstly, goalkeeper situation. I think they should bring Reina back as a backup. I think that if Mignolet gets injured or suspended, then he'd be a really good backup to have. They could use him in the FA Cup and the Capital One Cup, like a lot of teams do with sort of older goalkeepers that they don't want to use, like CS and stuff. And I think he'd be good. A keeper that they could have that if Mignolet gets injured, if anything happens, they've got a good, decent backup goalkeeper rather than loaning him out or anything like that. I'm not sure if that's very likely though, just because the wages he's on are quite high, and just having him as a backup is, I'm not sure if they'll do that, because Liverpool, although they've got quite a bit of money, they're not, someone that wants to spend any extra money than they have to, so I'm not sure about that, but I think that would be a good thing for them to do. Moving on to the defence, I think that they need a right back and probably a centre back. Looking at the right back situation, I think Coleman would be the absolute perfect player for them. A proven Premier League player that's really, really good. I really do rate Coleman. To me, one of the best right backs in the league. Wouldn't be too much money, because obviously Everton, are a club that don't have loads of money, so they would sell him for a fair price. The only thing is, though, he plays for Everton, and it's unlikely that they would sell to Liverpool. But for me, get clubs out of this, he'd be the perfect sort of price. The only thing, the reason he might not sign is because he plays for Everton. So this is what I mean about the players they should. But then it's like, well, obviously they're not linked with him. He plays for Everton. But yeah, by the way, it's Liverpool versus Milan. Obviously, Istanbul. That's what I was thinking with that one. Centre back. There's two. So I think a perfect one for them is Steven Corker. He played for Cardiff, if you don't know, last year. Just been relegated, which would mean he'd be available cheap. He's an English player, which Liverpool seem to like. And he's a really good, proven Premier League centre back. And I think proven in the Premier League is a big, big thing. Because certain players come and then they don't perform and stuff. So I think that he would be a perfect option for them. He'd be a good first team option, and he'd be a good backup option as well. He wouldn't be mega expensive wages. He wouldn't be expensive on a transfer fee. He'd be, for pretty much any Premier League team that's got a centre back defensive situation, he'd be a very, very good purchase, I think. So I think that Corker would be a good option for them. Realistically, it'd just be whether Liverpool are interested. He'd happily sign for them. I'm sure Cardiff would be happy to sell him, but it'd just be whether Liverpool want him. That'd be the big thing there. The other option, it'd be Stones. I've seen him play quite a lot, and I understand the sort of hype around him. He's a great young English centre back, and the only thing again is the Everton thing. He's not really gonna probably sign just because he's an Everton player, but he'd be a great option too. Moving on, we've got the striker situation. I just thought I'd briefly touch on it. Lambert has pretty much confirmed that he signed. I think that's a really good signing. Now, the reason for that is Suarez and Sturridge, obviously the first team players, but if they get injured or tired, you've got a proven Premier League striker that will be able to come in and rotate in and out, play when they want them rested or if they're injured. I just think he's a perfect role model, really good professional. I think that it's a really good buy for them. I honestly do think that is a great purchase for Liverpool. That's exactly what they need. An older, proven Premier League striker that's got a good record, not too expensive, not too cheap either. But I've heard that it's part of a deal to get other Southampton players. So, I mean, the price is a bit, whatever. For me, they don't really need to sign another striker. If they did, it'd just be used as a backup. They don't really need anyone else for me. Moving on though, Emre Can, I think that's pretty much confirmed. He plays for Leverkusen. Kept my eye on him for a few years because I think he played for Bayern, and I saw him play once it was like a cup game on BT Sport, and he was incredible. Because I wanted Chelsea to sign him. honestly a really, really good player. So Liverpool, you've got a great player in him there. I'm very impressed with him. Moving on, where I think Liverpool need to sign is either a sort of attacking wingers, as I feel that they could just do with the extra legs there, or central midfield. Obviously Can is pretty much confirmed, but he's not a first team option. A first team option for me would be sort of Adam Lallana. I think that's pretty likely. I mean, Liverpool put a few bids in for him. Again, proven in the Premier League, very, very good. Sorry, I actually hit my microphone. Very, very good. Central midfielder that can play left mid, right mid, and attacking midfielder as well if you needed him to. Very good, proven Premier League player again. So I mean, he'd be the perfect option for Liverpool if they needed someone like that. Could be a bit of expensive there. That'd be the sort of drawback with him. Another one would be Oxlade-Chamberlain. Not too realistic because they're obviously huge rivals, but an English player that can play left mid, he can play right mid. Hi guys, sorry about that. I'm on another video cut off randomly. Basically, I got a phone call in the middle of it that I had to take, so sorry about that. I know there was a few minutes there where there was no commentary on it, but yeah, back to it. So basically, other players that I think Liverpool should sign. The reason Oxlade-Chamberlain would be good is because he can play the left-hand side, the right-hand side, and centrally. The thing is, though, he's not realistic for Liverpool. That's the only problem with it. But the reason I'm saying players that aren't realistic is because I'm giving you an idea of who I think, what sort of quality, what sort of positions they need to sign in. That's the sort of areas they need to strengthen in. Other players, Ross Barkley, again an incredible young English talent, but again plays for Everton, so very, very unlikely. Two ones that are a bit, it's a bit, they could sign them, and it's not that the club wouldn't, but I don't know whether they will. Shaqiri, who plays for Bayern Munich, he plays sort of left-hand side, right-hand side. It depends obviously if he's playing for his national team, whatever. But very versatile player. The reason they'd be kind of likely is because you got Robin and Ribery. You got Muller, who also plays on the wings. So he gets game time, but he's not like a first-team starter for Bayern. Really, really good player. I rate him a lot. Like if no one buys him from Bayern, I think as soon as either Ribery or Robin retire or leave, that he will become their first-team option because he's that good. Would be a really good player for Liverpool. He'd be allowed them to play a lot more versatile football. They could play him on the left, Sterling on the right, Suarez sort of in the middle as a centre forward, and then just behind Sturridge. I think that would be incredible pace and all that kind of stuff. Would fit in really well at Liverpool with that, attacking, dribbling football, etc. The price, I honestly don't know if it'd be expensive or not for Liverpool. It's tough because you don't know how much money they've got to spend, but I think it'd be a good option for them too. Boateng, who plays for Schalke, again, it's kind of like an Everton thing where they've got money, but they don't have, they're not incredibly rich. So if they came in with the right offer, they probably would accept. Quite versatile in terms of you see him play attacking midfielder, you see him play defensive midfielder. Would add some extra legs. He's strong. He's just all round. He's sort of like Vidal, but a tier below him. Very well rounded, very good player, but not that absolute world class player that would be incredibly expensive, but still a very, very good player that would be good enough for Liverpool's first team, but not too expensive. But yeah, guys, I'm going to end the video here. I've got no other players to talk about at all. I think Liverpool will do well next season, not as well as this season, just because they've got, obviously Europe, they've got a few different things going on. So I mean, that's what I think about that. So yeah, guys, what was I going to say? Yeah, I hope Liverpool do sign a few players. I want the Premier League to be interesting. I don't want them to just get destroyed just because they don't sign anyone else. But I was surprised with Liverpool this season. They might surprise us again. We'll have to see. There's quite a few players that they could sign and are linked with, so it's tough to know. And obviously they're on a bit of a budget, so you never know what's going to happen there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video anyway, and I'll cut just the end so you see the final score. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.